Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest,
and Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
And welcome to episode 97 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is January 23rd, and we'd like to thank you for tuning into our show. I am Cuddles, and with me this evening is the wonderful and incredible Turarts. Hi. And Salmisis the Shaman.
In this episode, we have a raid team spotlight for gluttons for punishment. Gluttons for punishment is what I said. The guild anniversary events were awesome last week. And Cuddles has purple hair. That's pretty cool. And we are coming up close to show number 100. Woo!
Yay! What is up, chat room guys? Do us a favor and tweet your converted shoutouts, and we will read them at the end of the show. That's going to be at converted_CTR. That's at converted_CTR over on the tweeting machine.
Can I just say that the chat room is already on fleek? This is nuts. Just the amount of trolls that are here to make fun of our guest Mike tonight. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Good.
Yeah. Belschnickel's not with us this evening, and that's largely my fault for scheduling. So we miss you, Belschnickel, and I'm sorry. Yeah, it was totally my fault for scheduling over a thing.
It's kind of my fault because I was the one that needed to miss a Monday, and then since I'm the one that does this side, I do the make it livey stuff and the audio stuff.
It's hard to do without you.
It's hard to do. So that's entirely my fault. And thank you, Hearthstone Tampa Bay area gathering. It was totally worth it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, listen, I want to hear what's up with Turarts.
It has been a busy week because, as you all know, the guild hit year 4 for our anniversary. So we jam-packed the week with a ton of events. We had something going on every single night. Kicking off Sunday, Convert to Mythic. Huge shout-out ran Bearzilla through his run that he won. Yeah. Monday, Zug and Mage kicked it off with some Hearthstone. We had Brawlers Guild with Wares on Tuesday, which was a huge hit. Sal, I think you were there.
Yeah, it was. That was fun. There was so many people. It was nuts.
Awesome.
Wednesday, Wares was great on.
Oh,
I'm sorry, it was so good. It started out, it was just 2 or 3 of us, and I'm like, okay, it would be cool, just 2 or 3 of us, and then people just started coming in, it was 20 people. After a while, we had this big raid group going, and we were just cheering on each other, and people were I've never done Brawlers Guild before, and we're helping each other with the bosses and stuff. It was great. And we were gambling, saying, no, you're not going to win, and yes, you are going to win, and making fun of each other, and wow. Yeah, that was one of the funner things I've done in Guild recently. That was fantastic.
It was. I've had so much positive feedback from that. Darius actually did some Overwatch with us on Wednesday, and BT Dubs, I suck at Overwatch, but it was fine. Cuddles shoutcasted it. Huge shout out to you for that. Awesome.
I heard about that.
Thursday, what did we do Thursday? Who did some more stuff Thursday? COD Squad. They ran us through Mythics Thursday and Sunday. Sinja did Transmog on Friday. Jules and Giz did Heroes on Saturday. Whereas for the Alliance Sunday, we did a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
How'd the For the Alliance thing go?
3 out of the 4 bosses. The last boss was, I think it's the new Orgrimmar boss. Basically, have to be raid geared for it now, just because it's hard. But still, 3 out of 4, not bad. And we really didn't know what we were getting into with the changes in Legion, so it was interesting. But 3 out of 4. You just got 1 more to go to get your bear, guys. We'll get it done. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. But otherwise, it was a great week. Thank you guys for an amazing year 4. There is the anniversary raffle. Today's the last day to sign up. So if you're catching this later, sorry, but it has been spammed in the CTR Guild Discord. I tweeted it again. So if you haven't signed up, sign up. If you thank yous. Accidentally signed up twice. Don't worry. I'll go through and read them all out, and then prizes will be announced later this week. So one more day to sign up. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for an amazing 4 years. It's been awesome. It's been great.
Oh, thank you. You start planning this 6 months in advance. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can see on the camera. Do you see what that is, Terrar?
Tetris?
Yeah.
Yes.
And look at that. It's
That is
a
awesome.
different Tetris. So Kaz, our wonderful Gildy and cosplay genius. She made 2 sets of 6. Basically, there's 6 Tetris pieces, and you get them in a set.
That's amazing.
So she had 2 of them. She put on Twitter. I'm like, I'll buy a set. And so I've got 6 Tetris pieces I could mix and match.
I would be piecing them together.
Oh, earrings. For our audio people, I'm showing off my multicolored Tetris piece earrings.
Hold on. So we're drinking Narragansett from the can, but we're buying handmade niche jewelry from specialty retailers. I'm just curious.
Priorities.
Okay, that's all you needed to say.
And if you are interested in genius, and I'm talking about really awesome cosplay, we've had her and her husband on the show before. Check out Twitter, Casual G Fox. That's KAZULGFOX on Twitter at all that. And I was going to say that the Brawlers Guild. I've already talked about that. It's amazing. And but what you've been up to? I want to hear Cuddles. I want to hear about the Hearthstone thing.
Yeah.
So Hearthstone Tampa, Hearthstone Orlando has an absolutely Tampa and Orlando about an hour and a half away from each other here in Central Florida. Hearthstone Orlando has an absolutely wonderful regular Hearthstone fireside that gets run by an amazing group of people. They decided that they're going to try to take on Tampa. So got to go over there. There was probably it was a little bit different because it was during the day and it was at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and which you don't always think B-dubs and Hearthstone, but you think about they get used to the event. Maybe they're actually doing this time was just all casual play, but next time when they do a little bit more competitive play, think about all the TVs that they have to show matches on. They could have Hearthstone going on the TVs from Twitch. B-dubs actually ended up being they did not this time because it was all casual play in the very first time. This was everybody come and play. We need to make sure the Wi-Fi works. And there was probably 60 people there.
Oh my God.
Got to meet a whole lot of people. Tampa was super pumped that there was a Hearthstone get together. There were people from all over Tampa. There was a bunch of people from the Orlando group there. I even met somebody that lives in my hometown, which is weird because nobody lives here. But I was sitting down playing. I was like, "So where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Lakeland." I was like, "No, you are not." I'm from Lakeland, and we had a really good time. It was an absolute blast. I didn't win anything in the raffle because RNGesus hates me, even IRL. But the Hearthstone thing is absolutely fun and incredible, and huge shout out to the Orlando Hearthstone team for putting that together, and for there were some Blitz people there too.
Ooh.
So that was kind of cool. They that was very cool.
I just want to see Buffalo Wild Wings with all those TV with a bunch of
Hearthstone matches.
Oh my gosh!
Think about it. The way esports is going,
that would be good.
I mean, that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna sit down at a Buffalo Wild Wings type establishment sometime within the next 2 to 3 years, and there's gonna be StarCraft or Overwatch or Hearthstone on the TV.
Listen, I've been to bars with StarCraft on the TV before.
You also lived in Korea.
Those bars were in Korea. That's true. Yes. That's true.
Yes, you will be at American bars speaking American English. Possibly watching Korean people play StarCraft too. Or dominate in Overwatch, because that seems to be the thing.
I'm so excited about the Overwatch thing. No, listen, I'm not even a huge Overwatch fan, but what I'm excited about is the league, the Overwatch League, and it being totally legit and run by Blizzard. And people getting health insurance and a salary.
Salaries.
That's the future, and Blizzard totally investing in that and saying, okay, not only is it going to happen, but here is the money where our mouth is type thing, going all in. That's just fantastic. I'm glad it's going to happen in my lifetime. Cuddles.
Yeah.
Is just...
No, I'm glad it's going to happen in your lifetime too. That's great, especially in your advanced age. That's very good.
Oh my god. We need to end the podcast now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
I broke Sal. Oh, that's it. That's it. We broke Sal. It's over.
Oh, you're dead. You're
It's
so dead.
absolutely over. So yeah, also outside of the Hearthstone meetup, I'm gonna be heading in. I think it's 3 days. I'm heading to PAX South, and super excited about that. If anybody's gonna be at PAX South from the guild, please tweet at me. Let me know
She's trying.
at the Game Case on Twitter. She's throwing all the things at the walls. We've broken Sal.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I don't know what's going on. I guess we give up now.
I think she's packing to come to Florida. She's gonna come kick your butt. Oh, you're done.
You could be packing a giant
Yes. Wear that to come find me in Florida. You'll make it about 100 yards, and that will be it. Oh, that is so cute.
That's
is that
cute.
Is that the little? It's the little Blizzard wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this at the Wowhead party. At the Wowhead after party. So you couldn't even get into the Wowhead party, but the Wowhead after party was awesome. At BlizzCon. Cuddles, do we have a guest or do we not have a guest?
I guess we do. I don't. Are you getting?
I'm
forgetful?
tired of your mess.
Are you getting forgetful? Is it? We do have one. It's in the show notes. We put it in there. It's in bold for you, large print. Let's go ahead and
Put it
get
in the
this
show
guy.
notes?
What? I don't know what's going on.
Oh Lord.
Crazy Canes asks if Sal was stripping.
It's possible.
Oh.
Stranger things have happened.
I mean,
Hello.
we were in robes a few weeks ago. Hey, Mike!
Hey, how's it going?
I'm sorry you had to witness that.
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, despite what he says, 25 isn't old.
No.
Aww. We're gonna keep him around, Cuddles.
That's fine. Enjoy what you've just inherited, sir.
I'll drink to that.
Oh. What are you drinking?
This is Captain Morgan 1671.
Ooh, yummy.
I
Yes.
heard you're famous for your rum.
Yes, my previous raid group in Star Wars would not let me start a raid without a 2-drink minimum.
Oh,
What?
I would not be good at raiding after that.
In fact, last night we ran a couple of Mythic Pluses, and they said, okay, go get a drink. We'll wait.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
they're good to me like that.
Cuddles, why don't you introduce our guest?
Guys, this is the wonderful, the incredible, the raid leader of Gluttons for Punishment, Mr. Mike. Mike! How you doing, man? Other than the rum. That sounds glorious.
Oh, it's great. I'm doing pretty good today. Productive at work. Even took off about a half hour early to take a nap on the couch, so I'm happy. Just a good day.
Sounds like a good day to me. Tell us a little bit about Mike. Who is Mike? What do you do? Gluttons for Punishment. Let's go.
Okay, me, obviously, I'm a gamer of sorts. Been playing video games for well over half my life now. Enjoy multiple aspects of it. Gluttons for Punishment is a raid group that actually started off in Star Wars: The Old Republic. The core of the group did. We came over to WoW when we kind of ran out of content. I don't want to talk bad about other games, so I won't. But we decided to leave the Old Republic and venture out into other games, and we decided to settle on WoW with some help from Nin, who convinced us to come over here, play Alliance on Airy Peak. So we came over, we recruited to fill some spots, and now we have a raid team. We've been raiding together, most of us, since Warlords. The core group of Gluttons, I want to say that they were together several years in Star Wars. I wasn't actually officially part of the raid team at that point. I just kind of filled in when I could. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing with those guys, and here we are now in WoW and working on Nighthold. So that's where we're at, and that's me. I play an enhancement shaman. Branched out to try elemental, but I really don't care too much for it. Like smashing faces with a hammer, so that's what I do.
Nice. If you could do us a favor real quick, I think your camera's off. Can you try to hit the button to turn it on and turn it back?
Yeah.
Or off and on?
Oh my goodness. I bet you it probably came disconnected from the back of my computer. Let me check that.
Sal.
That would be my fault.
Well, you were the one throwing things, not me.
At your camera? Who's throwing things at your camera?
Well, I don't know who you were throwing them at.
Your team is here in full force tonight. This is funny.
Well, you guys told me to invite my raid team so they could troll me, so...
Oh, we're going to have questions about your raid team later, too.
Well, half the fun of this is seeing your raid team troll you. Raid team troll.
And people say I drink too much?
I got the Narragansett tall boy going tonight.
Oh.
Let's see, Captain Morgan 19 or something.
1671.
1671.
Yes, it was a kind of a commemorative thing they did a couple years ago. They quit making it, so it's actually, you can't find it anymore. It's pretty hard to find. So, and why is my camera dead? This is upsetting. And normally I would be using much foul language, but I'm trying to restrain myself this evening.
Oh dear. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you see on Skype, we're kind of, for me it's kind of at the bottom of the screen, where it says turn off video?
Yeah.
Try clicking on that to turn it off, and then turn it back on again. There we go. There we go. That's there we go.
Skype
Happy
is a
to
feisty
see you.
mistress.
Indeed.
No, everybody's. Why in the world would that mess up the entire overlay? Because it does. Guys, this is just like rating in WoW. Like, this is exactly like WoW rating.
Okay, Mike, I want you to do the same thing with your sound now. Do you think maybe you muted yourself? Well, you know what? We've got video, but we don't have sound.
You might press a button.
That's better.
There
I
we
hit the
go.
mute button, fumbling around looking for what USB port I had my camera plugged into.
Ooh, your raid team is all like, turn it back off.
You're right.
Turn it back off.
Devoir, he's fired. He doesn't, somebody, I'm not going to mention names, from people in the chat room, but it's like, well, we went through a phase where we needed a tank for the raid group. And he's like, sure, I'll come tank. So we're like, yeah, let's get your warrior up. Let's get him tanking. Let's go. And a couple of weeks before Emerald Nightmare opened up, he calls me and says, yeah, I can't raid because my work schedule is changing and I'll be at work during raid times. I'm like, you know what? Just give me your boss's phone number. I will guarantee you will be available on raid nights. And he didn't think that was funny because I probably would have got him fired. So,
Oh, dear.
well, I would have called his boss, and I guarantee he would have had raid nights available.
Well, whatever it takes.
But he declined my offer, so we ended up getting Kaifin in our raid group, and she's been an excellent tank for us. So,
Listen, lady tanks are the best tanks.
Oh
so
yeah.
Devar comes along when he has the occasional night off and still runs with us. So, and no, Ordinon, you're right. I can't fire you, but I can give you control of the group back, but you won't take it. I tried that a few nights ago. I tried to pass lead of the raid group off, and nobody wanted it, so they're still stuck with me.
You know what? And now everyone's like, "Yay, guys!"
Yeah, I will say this. She had some confidence issues, but I think we've helped her through that, and she's turned out to be a really good tank. I don't think we would be as far as we were without her. So
There you go.
Tanking's hard.
When I think of some of the best tanks I know, I think Pasha,
Oh, yeah.
and I think Lonnie, in our guild, like we're talking some kick-ass females, I love it when we get like girl tanks, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna tank, and then like, bam, they're like all over it. Yeah, like do not think
mess it
Pasha, Lonnie are just cute females. They will they'll yeah. So tell us a little bit about your like gaming kind of history. Like, you didn't start off with Star Wars, right?
no, well, if we want to go back, I started off with a Atari 2600 on probably a
What?
7-inch black and white screen.
Me and you.
That was awesome. From there, just kind of naturally progressed throughout the consoles, and finally got into PC gaming, which now I do a little bit of both. Obviously I spend more time at my PC playing WoW nowadays than anything else, but I still go downstairs and turn on the Xbox and play some Assassin's Creed, or when my daughter's here with me, we'll play Skylanders or something of that nature. So I've been gaming, for a very long time. Yeah, Commodore 64, I used to have one of those too. I went both. I was fortunate enough to have a Nintendo and a Sega. So I kind of went both routes up until the PlayStation.
Me too. I totally did.
And once I got the PlayStation, that was it. I went PlayStation, and then the Xbox came out, and that's been my console of choice since then. So, but yeah, all aspects of gaming, between consoles, PC, my phone, tabletop gaming, card games, board games, love it all. It's a good pastime.
It is, for sure.
So, but yeah, that's my gaming history. It dates back to mid '80s, I guess. So,
Totally.
Right on. Okay. So I gotta ask you, since you were a Nintendo and a Sega guy,
yeah.
As was I, and as I'm sure many folks were, Mario or Sonic?
Oh man.
Wow, you should not
They were
even be
head
thinking
Dude,
about
that is a very fast question, man.
That is, and man, I enjoy both the games.
No, we can't have you on the show anymore. There's one right answer. What do you got?
Well, I'd have to go with Sonic.
Oh, hang up.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
Hang up. I mean, there's only like so much spinning around you can do.
Well, yeah, but it's all about the gold and the rings. The coins were good, but
No, he's gone.
No, I mean you're wrong.
I can accept being wrong. It won't be the first time I've ever been wrong, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
Okay. So you told us about Gluttons for Punishment, that you just kind of started out in Star Wars, and you came over. There's something else that you and I were talking about the other day that I thought was pretty kind of awesome, right? You were telling me that you are involved with the charity Extra Life.
Yes, I am.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, Extra Life is a gaming event. It started back in 2008. It was a group of local gamers in Texas were benefiting a young girl named Victoria Emmon, who was diagnosed with, don't ask me the full version, but it's a form of leukemia. So the guy was a radio host and did a podcast called Sarcastic Gamer Podcast. So he organized other gamers to help donate items to her to help lift her spirits, and they ended up raising some money for her. And that's kind of how Extra Life started. I got involved in it around 2010. It was my first year as a participant, and that was the first year that they allowed participants to select which hospital they were raising donations for. In my case, I chose the Children's Hospital of Georgia because that's where I lived at the time, and it's a really good charity. The way it works is you sign up on the website as a participant, and you get people to donate to you. It's kind of like a marathon. We game for 24 hours straight, and all of the money, everything that you raise goes to the hospital of your choice. And that's one of the things I looked into before I did it, because there are charities out there that the company will take a percentage or most of, and very little actually gets seen. But over the years, I've talked with several people at the Children's Hospital of Georgia, so I know for a fact that all of the money that we raise goes directly to the hospital. They get a check at the end of the event. I've met some of the kids that we've helped support. I've seen the hospital. I've seen the facility. So, I know that the money is going toward a good cause. And it's an excuse to play video games for 24 hours straight. Now, that sounds awesome, but it's much more difficult to do at 40 than it was at 17. So it's actually a challenge to stay up. So I participate with a team. We call ourselves the Pixel Heads. We've been a team. The first year I did it solo.
Is that your T-shirt? You've got a Pixel Head T-shirt on?
Yes, I have a Pixel Head T-shirt on. This is our team logo. It started off as me, and I told my cousin about it, who was unable to get involved at the time. But it's like, you know what? Get off work. Come on over. My wife and I will help you stay up all night. And a couple other people showed up, and since then we've had a team. This past year, our team, we raised almost $10,000 by ourselves.
Oh, wow.
Extra Life 2016 was a huge success, raising just over $10 million across North America.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
$10 million.
$10 million by gamers. Yeah, these are the people that we sit and play video games. So it is a very good cause. It definitely helps the children. It helps the hospitals. It helps the families. And we get to have fun out of it. So our team, I've since passed the captainship over to my cousin, who is now the official captain of the team. And I think the past couple of years we had to tone it down a little bit because we started having basically massive LAN parties at his house. And the first year we did the big LAN party at his house, we probably had, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 PCs. We had a guy come in from Atlanta, which was about 2 hours away, with a dedicated Counter-Strike server. We had probably, 12 console stations set up. I mean, we blew breakers in the house.
I was going to say, was it your house?
It was like, he lived in this 2-story house, so we had an extension cord running from his bathroom upstairs, outside the house, into the sunroom to help power the computers.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we got support from the hospital, we got support from family and friends, we got support from our team members, and it's really taken off for us. And obviously worldwide, I think the first year it was like $170-something thousand that was raised, and now 8-9 years later it's over 10 million. So it's an awesome cause. And I love it. Like I said, I've been a participant now. I'm going on 8 years. And it's something that I will be involved in as long as there's an Extra Life to be involved in.
Okay, so I'm looking, and it's this weird color, so it's hard to see, but it's the Devware? Is that the person's name?
Yeah, that's one of my other cousins. He's a cousin of our Extra Life team.
Said that sounds right. We burnt drop cords that year.
Yes, the cords we had so much power going everywhere. It's crazy.
That's not safe, Mike. That is a fire hazard and a half.
Well, that's why we've tried to tone it down some. So. It's like, okay, not everybody can break everything all at once. So,
See,
but
the key
yes,
word about that is he was from Georgia.
yes,
Sal, I know you're up in New York. I live close enough to Georgia to know that probably was not the most dangerous thing that's ever happened in that house.
you are correct, sir. you are absolutely correct.
You gotta watch out for
The
the
week
Georgia
before,
boys.
they were electrocuting squirrels or possums or something like that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, and our team, now is spread out. As most of us have, become adults and gotten families and whatnot. I'm living up.
Talking about hold my beer.
Beer, please. We drink Jack Daniel's straight out of the bottle. There's no hold my beer. So,
you hold on to your Jack Daniels because if you hand it to your buddy, it's half gone when you get it back.
Right. It's gone.
That is legit. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like I'm sure there's plenty of beer to throw on the flames if things got out of control.
That's a waste of beer.
All joking aside, when we do our Extra Life event, because it's for the children and whatnot, we, like I said, we have, most of us now have children on the team, so we'll have the kids there and them playing also. So that's like the one night that none of us drank.
No.
So but other than that, we will have the drinking party, like follow-up party the next week or the week before when we start setting up. The setup is a party. I mean, we just probably close to a mile of LAN cable strung out across the house. And,
oh my gosh.
would you have your multiple 20-port routers set up and just so. Yeah, and I feel bad for my cousin who hosts the event because it's like, okay, your power bill jumps up by like $200 just because of one day.
And
cap out his bandwidth, but it's all good. So we have a lot of fun with it.
Those are the types of reasons. Those are the reasons that a lot of charities you can't give 100% of the money. So they have to pay their staff. They have to, have there's marketing fees, there's things like that. But not only are you donating your time, but you're talking about donating an electric bill, and cords,
and food,
obviously, and food,
So, which
there
I mean,
are
that's
expenses.
Yeah, and for us, that's one of the things that's helped out. My cousin John's been really good. I mean, we've gotten local news coverage for our team. They'll usually send a camera crew out and video us playing and help us get the word out. This past year, I think he did some talking to some of the local businesses. Got like pizza and water and sodas donated to the people that were playing. So. There's a lot of things people can do to help raise more money, which is the ultimate goal. And, things like that help. So, I know we got quite a few, donations just because, our team page was put up on the local news station. So, it's definitely fun. I try to go, make the trip down there for Extra Life when I'm able to. And my wife comes with me and we just have a good time with it.
It is amazing.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely something, like I said, I will be involved in it until there is no longer an Extra Life to be involved with.
Okay, now we've pumped everyone up about this amazing charity. Well, okay, first of all, let's describe in detail it's a charity for hospitals, but you're not just dropping money at a hospital, right?
No,
you're doing something specific.
Yes, you get people to donate to you through the Extra Life website. Which is extra-life.org. And as people donate, it's kind of like a marathon. You're saying that you're going to game for 24 hours straight or, 24-hour period of time. And at the end of it, there are volunteers that work on the back end. So, again, it's, nobody's getting paid for this. And they take that money and they decide, they look at your profile, which hospital you're raising money for, and they write a check at the end of the event, send it off to the hospital. So, and then the hospital then uses those funds as best they can, either to help pay for medical expenses for the children, upgrade facilities, from things like making some of the rooms more comfortable. One of the things that that was important to myself and our team was when we decided that we were really going to put a lot of effort into this. We contacted our local children's hospital, and we were able to meet the person who was in charge of the Children's Miracle Network there at the hospital. And she was kind enough to give us a tour of the facilities. Yeah, like Nin pointed out, this is Children's Miracle Network Hospital specifically is what it donates to. She was kind enough to give us a tour of the hospital. We got to see the facilities. We got to meet some of the children. Um, and it's a humbling experience to, when you see a sick child and know that there's something you can do. You know, I don't even think it's that much different from a parent to just a observer. I mean, you go into this room and there's 15 kids sitting there with a Game Boy and chemotherapy IVs going into their arms, and you're just and just sit down to take your time and sit down next to one of these kids and interact with them and have something in common, which all kids love games. I mean, it makes their day. So anything that I can do to help them out, I'm going to do, and this is a way that I can do it and have a good time doing it. So this is what I do. I'm involved in it every year. So, but yeah, that check gets sent out to the local Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and there you go. The cycle repeats the next year. So.
Wow.
Well, how would one, if they wanted to get involved in this, go about doing that?
Just go to the website. It's www.extra-life.org and sign up as a participant. Or if you don't want to participate but you want to donate, you can you can donate to a team, you can donate to an individual participant, you can make a general donation. There are plenty of ways to do that. Thank you for linking that website. And that's how you get involved. Now, we'll say this for people who wish to sign up as a participant. There are two levels of participation. There is the basic participation membership, which you sign up and you raise money and you get donations. And now the past few years they've done what's called a premium membership, which is a $15 donation, which that donation is not applied to your totals, but it's sent directly to the hospitals. And if you raise a $200 or more, you get a T-shirt that year. The past several years, the Extra Life T-shirts have been designed by participants themselves. They normally do a contest where they do a T-shirt design contest where the winner it becomes the official Extra Life shirt of the year. Also, as a premium member, actually, I don't think you have to be a premium member for this, but they have set goals. They've started giving out medals over the past few years for people who can raise $250, $500, or $1,000 or more dollars. They send you a bronze, silver, or gold medal. So, and they're nice medals. This is my one from this year. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they send you medals. That's like I said. This is I haven't gotten my 2016 yet, but. So yeah, they do that, and again the T-shirts they are, I forget who they went with last year, but the T-shirts were donated. So why you feel bad for trolling Mike and Ray? I'm not doing it every night. The event is normally either the last weekend in October or the first weekend of November are the event dates. It starts at 8 a.m. Your local time zone Saturday morning and ends at 8 p.m. Sunday or 8 a.m. Sunday morning the following day. So, and then that's how you get involved. Just go to the website, sign up, or donate. I usually, of course, I try to raise as much money as I can because I want the T-shirts and I want the medals, but ultimately, my goal is I feel that I've accomplished something if I can just get one more person to sign up and raise money themselves.
Yeah.
That means more to me than the T-shirts and the medals and everything that goes with it. So that's my encouragement to people is go to the website, sign up, become a participant, help out the local children in your community, and feel good about it. Play games. So.
Wow. Thanks for talking about that. That's something that's near and dear to our hearts. As we have one of our near and dear friends, Cuddles, who spends time playing games for a really great charity. And you're right. It's something that we can connect on. And video games absolutely surpasses like divides that happen.
It does.
And like kids play video games, adults play video games, left wingers, right wingers, atheists and Buddhists, and
it surpasses politics, religion, ethnicities. I mean, it's all encompassing. We can all play a video game,
and we can all agree that Mario is better than Sonic.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I think well, we talked a little bit earlier about Mario and Sonic, and Mario's clearly better. But to leave that point be, it's to take from that time back when we were playing consoles on our own in our homes, and now to see folks like Extra Life, the charity that I'm working with, or Games Done Quick, like GDQ raised I think like $5 or $6 million, maybe more than that. Extra Life is raising tens of millions. There's these charities out here that are doing such great work through video gaming, and it's something that wasn't possible years ago, and it's getting so. Mike, you said what? It went from 177,000 to 10 million.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Whoever
it is
huge.
Sitting as a kid, holding that controller, playing that god-awful Sonic game when you should have been playing Mario. I mean, like, it's... I think, like, as gamers, like just take a moment, guys, and just, like, think about that. Think about how cool that is that we as a community are able to raise money for whatever cause it is. And Extra Life is one of those out there that is incredible, and they're one of the big boys. And the medals, the shirts, the amount of money that they're raising is absolutely incredible. So hats off and kudos to you for doing what it is that you're doing, sir.
Well, it's not just me, and I give thanks to the people that got me into it. Like I said, I heard about listening to a podcast, and it's like, okay, well, let me check this out. And the first year, to be honest, it was kind of like okay, you know what? I can get people to leave me alone for 24 hours and play games. Yeah, let me do that. I ended up. So like a week before the event started, I, started bugging people. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing, trying to raise money for the kids, et cetera, et cetera. I ended up, raising a little over $300 that year. And the next year we formed a team, and our team raised a little over $1,000, and it went up and it went up and it went up. And like I said, this past year, our team, came close to hitting 10,000. So, our goal next year is to break that $10,000 mark as a team, and, hopefully see Extra Life, hit maybe 12, 15 million next year. It would be great.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That is awesome.
Oh, go ahead, T.
Oh, you go ahead. Go first.
No, I have a mouthful. I'm good.
Okay. Well, I was going to say we have a tradition. I say we, but I'm around the show every now and then, of having you guys name your entire team. So close your spreadsheets, get your sticky notes off your monitor. Sal, do you have a list up of who's actually on the team so we can fact check? We'll fact check. We'll do that later.
We'll do the chat room fact check.
All right.
Okay. I'll start off with our tanks. We have Elf and Kaifin are our two tanks. Our healer core right now consists of we have Nin, we have Shay, we have Shafai, or however Bima pronounces his character's name. It's Bima to us because we've known him for years. And Vixenheart. Those are our healers. Our DPS, obviously myself. We have the Deuces, who, I'm going to kick him off the raid team because he started to out DPS me now. Let's see, my wife plays another Death Knight now. She used to be one of our healers, but she's now one of our DPS. Going with the original Glutton members, we have Ordinon, we have Synody. I've already named Bima as one of our healers. Oh my gosh, see, now I'm drawing a blank. See,
Oh, chat room's getting onto you.
I know, right? See, like
Hardcore.
I minimized the chat room too, so I couldn't look at it.
Oh, they got you.
Saying
I-
forgot a healer.
I forgot a healer. Well, Dib occasionally heals for us. He's now a DPS, but let's see. There's Nin, Bima, Shay, Vixen. We normally run 4 healers. Quit laughing at me, people.
No. No deal.
Yeah, we got we got some mages. We got Fantasy. We got Croas. We got Justina, who is also one of the original Gluttons members. Alex. We have Synody. I think his character's name is Sethrin. See, I have to call some of them by their Star Wars name because that's how I knew him forever. Yeah, see, Dib's not healing anymore. He heals occasionally when we have, like 20 plus people, but normally we don't have that many, so he DPSs on his mage now. People give me a hard time. See? No, I promise the only window I have up is the chat room here. Let's see. I went through those guys. We got Ghost Out. We got Iritu, which we call him Poe. My gosh, Foron, Vitorian. Yeah, Over the Cliff Poe, which I'll tell you that story in a minute. My gosh, I really am drawing a blank now. Yeah, let's see. Alex, we picked up a new druid recently, Baby Jinx. She ran her first raid with us this past week. See, I mentioned Bima, Elf, Shay, Nin, Ordinal.
I would look at the chat room. They're telling you the answers.
See, I'm trying not to cheat, right? So, see, I mentioned. Okay, let's see. I mentioned Bima. I mentioned Deuces. I told him I was kicking him off team because he's out DPSing me now. We have Ankylos, who's one of our Paladin DPS. Kobe, another Paladin DPS. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's. Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ordy, for that hint. One of the other original Gluttons members, he's had to take a break. Real life stuff. He's going through police training, but Darmanda. It is.
There we go.
It's always Darmanda's fault, whether he's raiding with us, whether he's not raiding with us, whether he's asleep. It doesn't matter. No matter what happens, it's always Darm's fault. And Darm knows this, so...
In the chat room, the hint was, Mike, whose fault is it?
Yeah, right? It's always Darm's fault. And if I missed anybody, I completely apologize. My cousin... Devoir, like I said, he runs with us when he's able to. I hope I got everybody.
Well, I'm sure the chat room's going to let us know if you didn't get it.
Yeah,
but
right.
We're starting to wrap this up.
Oh, no.
And there's one more thing, Cuddles.
Okay. Do you got any shout-outs?
Wow. Yeah, my shout out would be to Extra Life, my raid team, who is just awesome. They've unofficially made me their leader. We're more of a anonymous collective, but no, I mentioned Croas. I mentioned my dad. See, I mentioned him. I know
You're
I did.
raiding with your dad?
Yeah, I raid with my dad. I raid with my wife. I raid with my cousin.
You didn't mention you
wow.
raided with your dad like at the top of the episode?
Yeah, my dad is also part of our raid team. So, between family and Star Wars friends, we look. You know what? For the people, don't mess with me.
What is
This
that?
Doomhammer.
It's Doomhammer!
I will get you people
God.
Wednesday night.
Where did you? No. What is that heavy? What is that? Where did story?
This was a Christmas gift from my wife. You can buy these on Blizzard's website. So, it's a Doomhammer replica. It is approximately, I don't know, maybe a foot and a half, a little over 2 feet long. It weighs just under 30 pounds.
Oh my God.
It will smash someone's face in. I love
Oh
it.
my gosh! You know that's what I use. That's my weapon, right? As an enhanced shaman.
No, my weapon. I am an enhancement shaman. This is my weapon.
My weapon.
Mine.
Did you get it like this past Christmas?
Yes, actually, I got it just before Christmas. My wife and I were talking about what we're going to get each other. And it's like, oh, nothing big, nothing big. And this package comes in, and it's
That's
like
big.
I
Yeah.
work from home. I actually work from home, so UPS drops off this package, and it's got her name on it. It's Blizzard Entertainment, box. Blizzard just plastered all over the side. So she comes in. I'm like, what the hell did you order from Blizzard? it's like, what's your Christmas gift? I'm like, oh, okay. So
And it weighs 30 pounds.
Yeah, and it weighs like 30 pounds. So she lets me open it up. It's Doomhammer, and about 2 weeks later, another box from Blizzard shows up, with my name on it. And she's like, what's this? I'm like, well, that's your Christmas present.
Well, what'd you get her?
See, can you see it in the background? Yeah, you can see the tips of Illidan's wings back there.
You got the statue?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
That was my Christmas gift.
The limited edition Illidan hand painted everything statue?
Yes, that's the one.
Nothing big though.
Yes, I know.
Nothing big. Well, actually, I saw Doomhammer. I'm like, okay, I got to top that. What can I get?
Okay, I mean, yeah.
My shout out would be, just to the Gluttons raid team. I mean, you guys are great. We have a good time. We're a very laid back, relaxed group. Normally, messages go out and mumble about what people are drinking for the night with links to the websites, and we just have fun with it. I mean, we're going to wipe a lot. We're going to bang our heads against fights, and then it's. But the atmosphere is very relaxed. It's like, okay, what did we do wrong? I don't know. Okay, well, let's do it again. And if we figure it out, we figure it out. So, now here lately, we'll give a shout out to LOS Gaming and Tatva and those guys putting together those videos. They've been very helpful to us. But yeah, for the most part, it's just like, all right, what did we do wrong? It's like, I don't know. Okay, well, let's try it again. And then we can figure out. It's like, okay, I stood in stupid and I died. All right, okay, I missed an interrupt. And so it's a very well laid back group. We just, have a good time with it. Occasionally I have to, rein them in. We'll get off talking on a tangent, sitting in front of the boss. And it's like, okay, yeah. Oh, I better do a ready check so we can actually pull the boss. Otherwise, we're going to talk for 20 minutes. And
Oh, dear.
about something completely off topic, not even game related. But they're a very good group. We got some very skilled players in that group, some very talented players in that group, and we did get ahead of the curve for Emerald Nightmare, which I was, I'll be honest, I didn't expect. I mean, I knew we were capable of it, but it was nothing I never expected. The team, keeps performing at a level higher than higher and higher. So I'm gonna warn you guys now. You keep it up, I'm gonna start expecting more from you, but. Probably not, because I'm too busy drinking. Yeah, our tanks usually drunk. We require our tanks to have a few drinks. I have a few drinks. Everybody has a few drinks, and I can't say we've ever done a drunk run because Bima's not allowed to heal sober. We don't let our paladin healer heal if he's sober, because then he just doesn't heal.
Okay, listen. The chat room is just erupting. Everyone obviously loves you. And I feel that we could literally talk for another 2 hours about all this stuff. But we do need to wrap this up. Okay. So, tell us how we can find you on Twitter.
Twitter. My Twitter handle is Rakar_ORD. That's where I'm at on Twitter. And in the game, I'm usually on my Shaman, Vestervan, or my Druid, Cornell. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining. This has been a really good, to get some surprising stuff tonight, and I can't believe your team. and
They came out in
how
force.
much disrespect they have for you. So
Oh,
that's
I
pretty
love
awesome.
those guys. Yeah, I could go through some stories about why we call him Cliff Poe, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, it's, one of our first pulls on Cenarius. Like I said, we have a druid tank, Elfram, and our demon hunter Poe. He's in stag form, his travel form. So Poe jumps on his back. We do the countdown. We go to pull. So Elf rushes in, switches to bear, moonfires Cenarius. Poe dashes right off the edge of the cliff behind him, and just gone. The first 2 seconds of the fight, he's dead. You know what? I'll actually link the video just because we're going to do this.
It's not going to work because you won't link it.
Okay. Yeah, but there is a video out there. There's video proof. Dib put together the video, stuck some music to it, and it's pretty funny.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to have to transition onto here. Mike, thank you so
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
We went from not knowing you, and not knowing about your team to I totally feel like
Now
we know
love you.
a brand new person. Really happy to have you. Really, really happy to have you. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I do appreciate it.
I hope y'all stick around to see the rest of the show, but we're gonna hang up on you.
Okay.
Bye. Oh, you really did. You just hung up on him. Okay.
On him. What a nice guy.
Savage. That's what
I was
is.
I was totally tearing up during his extra life thing.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Cuddles, but you have a kid, it hits you in the feels too, because you're like, oh my god, I want to go hug Miles.
There's someone in the chat room talking about as a parent of it. I mean, not me. Someone in the chat room. It was as a parent of a disabled child who's. I spend a lot of time in hospitals and
Yeah.
So this definitely affects people within our community.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This next segment, usually we would bring on tour arts.
It's
time for tea!
Time for me. I don't have nothing. It was just, we've been so wrapped around the anniversary week that was basically the day. I think you guys killed it. Thank you guys for 4 amazing years. Year 5 is going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. You'll be hearing about me talking about the anniversary, in 6 months. So you guys get a 6-month break. But the last thing I'll mention real quick, Jules and Pat and I and Mage are going to be working on a survey for the future of events for the Guild. It will be tweeted, it'll be Discorded, it'll be wherever else we can shove it in your face. Fill it out. Let me know what you want so we can kind of see how this Guild goes. It's not yet. Soon, TM-ish, sometime. That would be my only thing for us for right now, since we just kind of finished our big week.
Awesome. I have a few announcements that people have sent me. Team Facepull is actively recruiting. They tweeted about it. Lonnie tweeted about it a few days ago, and she wanted me to mention it here. They're gearing up for Nighthold Heroic, and you can find them from the team's link on the CTR site when it starts working again. And or check them out on Twitter. They're easy to find on Twitter. That's Facepull CTR, just all Facepull CTR. Do you know what? There is another community within a community. It's like Communityception, and it's called Murlocs, Pirates, and Dragons. And I've talked to a few different people who've kind of joined up with these folks. So it's all on CTR, right? But their goals are to try to get people into higher Mythic Pluses, higher and higher. Last I heard a rumor that they were doing some Mythic Plus 13s, which is crazy to me. Crazy, but yeah, they're trying to push. I talked to our friend Dead Greed, and he's talking about how they're doing old content and PvP and Mythic Plus and raids and so it's pretty cool, right? So it's called Murlocs, Pirates, and Dragons, and you'll see people kind of spamming in chat a guild chat about it a little bit. But they're going to have a website, not a website, like a thing on the
CTR Guild page team theme.
Yeah, but they're not able to do it yet because it's been kind of down. But that's totally it'll be back up, guys.
It's getting fixed. They transferred to a better server and things got broken when we transferred to our better. I'm gonna take a drink.
Isn't that how it always happens? Gerard, so are you still looking for event planners?
Yes. Now that we have died down from our week of amazingness, I will be getting back to people who have shown interest. Apologies, but this week is crammed with so much fun stuff, and the prep for it takes some time. But yes, I'll be looking for event planners, and we're going to kick off this year 4, head into year 5. Amazing. You will be hearing from us, and we will be spreading our wings into other aspects of Blizzard world. It'll be fun.
Cool. There's one thing that I kind of wanted to ask about. So us on the podcast, at the Converted Podcast, you know what? I was just thinking that we could use some more help. Specifically, someone that would help market what we do. So we have this like crazy amazing following, right? And they're always in the chat room, and they're always like, how can I get this up on Twitter? And it's amazing. But a lot of them have been there for years, and we love those people for sure. But when I talk to new people in the guild, I find out that so many people don't know that the guild actually has a podcast.
Yeah.
And this is a podcast like for the guild. This is this is meant to be like a community service for the guild. You like an event, right? So we'd like someone to kind of come on and help with our marketing. And like what that would kind of entail is, you'd have like you'd be kind of an event planner, but for us,
Yeah.
And yeah, the reason why I would call it an event planner is because I've got, Turarts who
Give
can
me the
do
permissions.
that. And what we would want is someone to like put it on the calendars, like actual guild calendars, and put it like on the events page and blah 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 blah, and just basically let people know, what's going on with our shows and like who to expect. Yeah, so I don't know if someone's interested. Get a hold of us. We are our Gmail address is convertedpodcast@gmail.com. That's convertedpodcast@gmail.com. Get a hold of us. Let me know. Yeah.
Gotta spread the word.
Spread the word. And now, Mr. Cuddles.
What do I have to do now? It's time for Shout Room Chat Outs! Get him in right now! And while you're doing that, Sal, do we have any from Twitter or possibly the Discord?
Oh, I never checked the Discord. I don't think so.
look.
The Discord. Why don't you check the Discord? And okay, chat room. Do let us know if you have I said it. Shout room chat outs. Chat room. If you have shout outs, do let us know. Something about phrasing and commas. No. Okay. Do let us know if you have a shout out. I'd like to be read on the show. Right now, I'm going to talk about things that we've found on Twitter this past week. Seosin has said a shout out to HTX for going into Nighthold and owning the first 3 bosses, and to Sinja for hosting the Transmog event. I'm told the Transmog's event was fun. So that's awesome. And that actually it happens that Sinja, is that how we're saying the name Sinja?
Yep, that's how I say Sinja.
Okay. Also got a hold of us and said shout out to Ursangus and Talindria for judging the Transmog contest. Planning the event was easy compared to their job. I'm actually going to call BS on that. I'm sure that planning the event was actually quite, involved. But those 2 people did judge the event. I'm going to put T on the spot. Do we know anyone who won?
I have not heard yet who won. I know that they had like so many different categories, so it might have been actually quite challenging to judge because I love Sinja. I love all my event planners, but she gets all in this transmog contest and gets you guys some. It's not your typical transmog. She has some crafty categories she makes you guys plan for. It's amazing, but I'm not quite sure who all won what.
One of them was
Bad
like
head.
class fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some pretty cool things. This is Benson, a friend of the show, says please send a shout out to the Game Case. That's Mr. Cuddles and Remedies, just for being cool. I mean, Remedies is cool though. So, Jay Falcon says raid team update. Standard Dragon Protocol is 8 of 10 normal in Nighthold and headed for heroic soon. Well, thank you very much, Jay Falcon. That sounds awesome. Yes. Cuddles, can you
Can I
hook us up with
read?
some?
Sometimes. Sometimes I can. So, I got shout out to tour arts and the event planners hereafter referred to T in the EPs for kicking a ton of asterisks this week on those awesome events. That was from Bartholomew CTR
Jeez.
from Ninev71. I think I got that right. Shout out to Anklos and Deuces for being my PvP buddies for years. I'm sorry.
Aw.
I have to go like I have to go like with an accent when I start like, yo, PvP, you know me. Crazy Kane says shout out to RoboCop T-shirt. T-shirt, I'm guessing. Oh, my RoboCop T-shirt.
That's you.
Okay,
look
I was like, who's RoboCop T-shirt? That's kind of a cool name. I want that. Cuddles is not the quickest crayon in the box. I'm just saying.
Cuddles reads what's written.
Exactly. I think this was. I
Santiago?
want to say this was a Loot Crate shirt months ago, like possibly when I first got Loot Crate. Maybe judging from the boxes, like a year or two ago. I think it was Loot Crate. Check out Loot Crate. Just opened a vault where you can buy old stuff. So lootcrate.com may have it. And also that's pro tip for anybody wanting the things. Oh, that's I'll grab that. I'll grab that for the show notes, Mike. Thank you. And guys, I think that's it for Shout Room chat outs. That brings us to our chat outs for shouting in the rooms. Sal, what you got, babe?
All right. Well, I wanted to shout out to Wares actually for running the Brawlers Guild event and making it fun and just making it fun for everyone and making like everyone like feel like oh, I've never done this before. Oh, you're fine. Please come with us. And oh, but I'm like super expert. Cool, come with us too. You know, it was all inclusive. It was great. And also, I want to shout out to Pally Dan. This is someone whom I interacted with just last night. He posted in Guild Chat. He wanted to run a Mythic. And I joined the group. We got a group together. We ran. And he was telling me a story. His name is not Dan at all. But all of his tunes have Dan in it. But when he was a kid, like 12, 13, whatever, his friend's dad, Dan, was the dungeon master for their Dungeons and Dragons group, right? Wow. And he made it so awesome for them, was so creative, and like really just got into the RP and stuff of it, and like really did just this amazing job just getting these kids like into this game, you know, in the community of it and stuff like that. And this person has you know now passed, but he names all of his characters after his friend's dad from when he was a kid, who got him into RP and Dungeons and Dragons. And I thought that was the coolest story, so I wanted to tell that story. And there we go, Pally Dan, CTR, shout out.
All the tears tonight. Oh,
Nice. T, what about you?
Tons of shout outs. I'll make it quick. COD Squad, thank you so much for running people through Mythics. We got new people, old people. It was amazing. Where Sinja, Cuddles, thank you so much for this amazing week. We jammed a lot into it. I think this was our biggest one yet. Jules and Giz, you guys did our Heroes Extravaganza on Saturday. Thank you. Mage and Zug, Monday Hearthstone was awesome. Darius, thank you for slumming it with us on Overwatch on Wednesday. We appreciate you. And the Guild, thank you so much for coming and celebrating 4 years of just awesome, amazing, jam-packed fun. Here's to another many more. And finally, I've started watching a new podcast called The Summoning Stone, and Nevar, Giggles, and Lay, I think they're all in the guild actually, they're all part of the COD squad, have been doing it, and it's kind of, I love it, it's kind of niche and cool, and they kind of all sit in a room and argue and bicker about stuff, and they remind me of old married couples, but it's fun. So shout out to you guys for making my Saturday night. And that's it. Quick and easy.
Woo! I have a couple. I will keep it short. First of all, shout out to big shout out to both the Cuddle Crew community, the folks that watch me stream on Twitch and listen to my podcast, along with the lovely Tourettes now. For making it possible for me to go to PAX South. I'm going to be there with stackup.org. If anybody is going to be at PAX South that is in the guild, guys, come find me. I am the 6'3" neckbeard with bright purple hair that will be wearing a red shirt that says Stack Up on it all weekend long. And I would love to meet you. I'm a hugger. My name's Cuddles. You should. It's self-explanatory. Be weird. I should be Cuddles, but like not like be really weird about people touching me. Like no. I don't do that. But no, outside of that, huge shout out to T and all the event planners for all of the hard work. To Pat and Jules, Darius, and everybody involved in the founding of this guild that has got me on this podcast and in this incredible guild with an amazing CTR family. You guys are incredible. It's been 4 years. I can't wait for the next 4. Y'all rock. And with that, guys, if you're listening to this show on iTunes or Stitcher, take a few moments and give us a thumbs up or write us a review and tell us how we are doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Sal, tell them where they can find the show.
We are looking for raid leaders. We'd love to hear all about your team. And if you need more people on your team, email us at convertedpodcast@gmail.com. That's convertedpodcast@gmail.com. If I'm looking at the calendar, let me just go over here. The next time we are together will be February 6th.
Ooh.
February 6th, and that's pretty awesome. Because do you know what happens on that date?
Remember the 6th of February for reasons and stuff.
There's something very specific that happens on that date. Mr. Dead Greed is going to dance for us. Yes, and that will be episode number 98. Now, episode number 100 is coming up.
Hold on. February 6th. Actually better than Dead Greed dancing. It's National Froyo Day.
Oh. That's a toss-up.
Yeah. I'm bringing Froyo.
Sal is not amused.
Dead Greed lost a bet. Dead Greed lost a bet, and he's going to wear a tutu in my name.
The quickest bet in history. It was 2
minutes. Listen, don't get
Amazing.
drunk and make a bet that you're going to dance live on the air because Sal's going to get you.
Sal's going to hold you to it.
Sal's going to get you. Mr. Dead Green is going to be in the house and he's going to dance and it's going to be great and I can't wait. So there we go. That's all I have. I think it's a show.
I got one more thing. I forgot my shout outs. I'm sorry. I'll make it quick. No, I'm just going to do it. What are you going to do? Okay, turn the show off. Don't worry, you can edit it out.
Oh, God.
Post. Oh, wait. That's right. I am in control.
Come on, Dad. Let's go.
Giant shout out to the crew at Netfreaks. They recently had me on. They have it's a podcast about Netflix originals. They recently had me on for a Patreon special episode. We did an audio commentary of Kung Fury. It was awesome. It was so much fun. And I'm going to be up on their show, their upcoming show about Amazon Originals. I'm watching Sneaky Pete right now. We're recording on Wednesday. I'm super excited. It's really fun to step away and do things that aren't video game related. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So that is all for tonight. Sal, say bye.
Bye.
T, you can also say bye. I'm sorry.
Bye.
I forgot to. I've really messed that. Let's just leave.